nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
It's so funny how y'all are calling Americans entitled because we're asking for some simple respect in our country. I don't know if they have this saying in South Africa, but in the United States, we have a saying: when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And if you can't figure out what that means wherever you are, you got to respect the culture of wherever you're at. Y'all tell us to educate ourselves about colored, but y'all didn't educate yourselves about the history of the word colored in this country, the country that Tyla is trying to do business in. The country that Tyla is trying to get support from to blow up her career. The country whose dollars she wants. She's not checking for your rands. She's checking for our dollars. Okay? So I think it's really interesting how y'all have projected your own behavior onto us, because it's the real entitlement here is expecting us in our country to conform to your standards. That's the entitlement. And because y'all are so xenophobic and anti-black, and y'all have such bias against Americans, you don't understand that concept when it applies to Americans. We expect people to respect the culture that they're visiting. If you're a guest in a culture, we expect you to respect that. None of us would go to Saudi Arabia or the conservative countries walking around in crop tops and coochie cutters. We wouldn't do that, even though American culture is totally fine to walk around in crop tops and coochie cutters. We wouldn't go to a conservative country and then impose that onto them. We would be the bad guys if we did that. But y'all can come to the United States and disrespect American culture and Black American culture especially. And that's totally fine, because y'all have no respect for Black Americans and you have no respect for Black American culture. The same culture that y'all try to steal all the damn time.
Welcome back. So the Tyla issue is coming up again. I thought this was over once we found out the initial lady that kicked off this whole entire thing was Congolese and was not Black American, because a lot of people from different African countries, they had something to say, including South Africans, basically talking about Black Americans, because they thought the lady who initially kicked off the video was a Black American, but she wasn't. She was Congolese. But with this coming up again, this will be the last time I speak about her, because I will treat her like I do Taylor Swift. I'm just not interested. I'm not interested in her music. I'm not interested in any interview she does. I'm just not. This left a bad taste in my mouth. The way she handled it, the way her team handled it, and the way her fans just went batshit crazy. Yeah, I'm good off her. There's plenty of other artists that are amazing and hot right now that, I can listen to. There are a few African people that have this unjust arrogance. When they talk about Black Americans, she tried to present a product herself in America. You do not get to insult, use derogatory terms, and to be so arrogant to tell us how to feel, what to think, and how to react to an insult. If a term offended certain demographics, she wouldn't use it. Not adjust to not offend said demographic. Since this offends Black Americans, we need to get over it, and everything is not about us. The disrespect is similar to the colorless, hate-filled people here, as if we did something to them, as if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be able to come here and pop their ish anyway. I have seen this attitude consistently, and it's left me not wanting to really connect with foreign Black people. And of course, let me place the disclaimer, not all. I need these types to humble themselves and have some respect. You are not better. You are not smarter. Stop believing things that certain people tell you about Black American people. I would think by now that you would understand that the very people who colonized and enslaved, they really wouldn't have your best interests just like they didn't have our best interests at heart by telling you anything. And try to practice respect, and you will get respect. I don't listen to her, and the South Africans can support her. The colored South Africans can definitely support her and whoever else is there that wants to. Keep Black Americans out your mouth if you have something degenerate to say. Colored is a derogatory term, and do not say this or use this around Black Americans. In America, it's disrespectful. Use it in South Africa if you want. As the colorless laugh at you, that's your choice. Educate yourself on Black American history. We are not a monolith. Get over yourself because you have nothing to be angry about or up your own about. Treat us like you treat colorless people. So with that said, I'm directing this to the people who always have something to say, something negative to say. They think they're better than, more educated than. They come over here talking about how their parents did so much without understanding the history. And then they have the audacity to look down on us when they are not in the room, and the colorless people that they are trying to get underneath their flat behinds talk about them worse. And I've even had the experience myself where they talk horribly about foreign Black people who come over here. And I even heard this, it disgusted me when they said, I'd rather deal with the Black Americans than to deal with a foreign Black. But then you had others say, oh, these foreign Black people, they come over here and they work so hard. And, you can see if you actually look for it where they're trying to put people against each other, and like foolish, people, you fall for it. We fall for it. What really bothered me about this is the amount of foreign Black people and colored people who were in the comment section and the nasty things that they had to say about Americans. And in their mind, there are some of them who think that we are living high off the hog, that we should be grateful, and that we're lazy and we're not taking opportunities. That is until they get here and they have their anchor babies and their children grow up and people think that they are Black American and they get that special treatment. But there's 2 other videos I want to look at and give commentary on because the audacity is off the chain.